This is my journey on two wheels. I'm a new rider. Sure, I rode as a kid. My brothers and I lived on two-wheelers. Everything from bikes to dirt bikes to mopeds, you name it, we rode it. We couldn't get enough. And I gained a lot of the skills necessary to traverse the streets and dirt trails around our little hometown in Kansas. But then life happened. I got more and more into sports. Baseball, football, golf. They began to dominate my time through my mid-teens, well into my mid-20s. Then after college, work came along. Sure, I was still living on the edge. But as I began to grow up and to be more responsible, get a real job, managing a golf shop, I just really started to settle down and take less risks. Life was too risky. I got married, and then the real changes hit me like a brick in the forehead. We had a baby on the way. What a blessing. But you talk about a wake-up call. Before she even got here, I was driving down the street, just thinking of all that responsibility. Talk about heavy. The weight of that moment. Well, it really changed me. It made me careful, really careful. My dad and brothers kept right on riding. My little brothers moved up from our 125s to 300s. My dad even bought his first Goldwing. And it wasn't long before my little brother had one too. They cruised around the state on those bikes. There wasn't anywhere they weren't able to go. They told me, let's go, all of us. You need one. It's so fun. Out on the open road. But not me. I had a new baby to provide for. I gotta be there for her, right? Like I was the only dad in the world. I told those guys to have fun, but without me. That's too dangerous. I couldn't be out there on the open road. Well, it went on like that for 23 years. My marriage came and went. My little baby went off to college and has really began to make a name for herself. I've gotten remarried and life went on. A beautiful life. In August of 2023, my wife Jessica and I went to her home country of Vietnam. Wow, what a blast of culture shock. There we were, smack dab in the middle of Saigon, surrounded by two-wheelers of every kind, scooters and motorcycles everywhere. Entire families of four riding through wall-to-wall traffic on those busy streets on a Vespa. I fell in love with that little metal-bodied scooter. I couldn't stop thinking about the return to life on two wheels. I began to consume as much information on the Vespa as I could. I told my wife I had to have one when we got home. Well, that's exactly what I did. I bought myself a Vespa GTS for my birthday. It was fabulous. I was riding around, doing drills, trying to improve. I subscribed to YouTube channels like Scooter in the Sticks, Altitude Rider, and a new channel called Bug Scooters. I started my own YouTube channel, and I couldn't get enough knowledge. My channel subscribers pointed me in the right direction, and I began to get better and more confident. Before long, I had my motorcycle license. I was cruising around the suburbs, I was making videos, having a blast, and getting better. Then, Dan of Bug Scooters bought a Triumph. I saw those double gauges and double pea shooter exhausts, and I was propelled back in time, to days gone by, as they say. The classic motorcycles I'd seen as a kid. Growing up in the 70s, I saw heroes on Triumphs like Steve McQueen. Their wheels really began to turn. The search began. I took in as much information as I could on classic motorcycles, like the Honda CB750, the Kawasaki Z1, the Yamaha XS750, and the Suzuki GT750, to name a few. But I kept coming back to the Triumph Bonnevilles of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I decided to get a Bonneville, and then I set the wheels in motion. It took about 3 months, but I finally sold my Vespa and I ordered a Triumph Bonneville T120. I loved Bug's T120 black, but I'm really more of a chrome guy. How can I get as much chrome as humanly possible? And then I saw it. In 2023, Triumph made the T120 Chrome Edition with a little bit of Meridian blue on the tank. It was gorgeous. That was the one. So I called around. With winter coming up, I got a really good deal. $3,000 to $4,000 off MSRP. Now the real challenge begins. I'm out on the road every day, getting used to a manual clutch again for the first time in 40 years, and on a bike that weighs 200 plus pounds more than my Vespa. I'm getting better. I've got a long way to go, but that's the beauty. It's in the getting better, out by yourself on the road. That's the journey. My journey on 2 wheels. I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate it if you'd like it and consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching my journey on 2 wheels. Take care.